Hello everyone, good evening. Yes, so I can see a lot of new names here. Good evening Supriya. Yes, we have Shivansh Shukla. Yes, good evening Rashmi Dwivedi. Hi Rajnandani. Ashi is here. Yes. All right. Yes, hi Ramesh Bhatt. All right, all right. So am I visible and audible to everyone? Quickly give me a thumbs up or smileys in the comment section. Yes. Hi Neha, good evening Anushka. Good evening Archit. Hello Sujal. Good evening Swati. We have Neha Kamble here. Always learning. Hello, good evening. Yes. All right, I can see smileys and thumbs up in the comment section. So there is no glitch at all, so we can continue. First of all, my name is Khushbu and a very, very warm welcome to yet another wonderful session. So what are we going to learn today? Yes, I'm sure that all of you must have seen the title of the video by now, right? So today we will be learning, it's a bridge session and we have the quiz as well at the end. So it's on your very first chapter, that's the number system, right? Yes. Thank you, Satvika. I am doing good, Rita. Thank you. All right. So, in grade 8, we learned about the rational numbers, right? And in grade 9, we will be learning about number system. So, obviously, there is a link between them, right? So, that's why we are going to do, that's why we have this bridge session today. So that we can do a quick recall of what we have learned in grade 8 actually, right? Just to strengthen our fundamentals, to strengthen our concepts. Alright, so let's get started. Let me first show you what all are we going to discuss today. So as I said, first we have our, basically we have come up with this bridge session to strengthen our fundamentals. So first is going to be a brief introduction about what you have learned in your previous grade, and there would be properties of rational numbers followed by the representation of rational numbers on the number line. Then we will be discussing how to like find out a rational number between two rational numbers and what all things we are going to cover in grade 9th. And then after that we are going to have our quiz. Alright, and please like, share and subscribe so that you do not miss any new updates from us, so that you get notifications about the upcoming sessions. Yes. Alright, so let's get started, but before that I want you to meet someone. So meet Lovejeet. Now Lovejeet is just like you. He has been promoted to grade 9th and he is very excited, right? I'm sure you all are excited too, right? That's okay, Vasudha. We have just started. Wow, amazing, Tanisha. Alright. So, now Lovejeet is a very smart kid. So basically before he starts with the concepts of grade 9, he wants to do a quick recall of grade 8, which is, I think it's a smart thing, right? First we recall what we have learned in the previous grade, because you see these chapters are interlinked, right? Yes. Quiz is the best part of all the sessions. Wow. Alright, I can see everybody is very excited. And when I see this, my energy increases 10 times. Alright. So what we have already learned in grade 8th actually. So in our previous grade, we have learned about numbers, right? So first we will be talking about a brief introduction about these numbers. So what we have already learned. So we have learned about rational numbers, right? So in rational numbers, we have integers also, and integers include whole numbers also, and whole numbers include natural numbers. So basically natural numbers starts from 1 and it extends up to infinity, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Whole number starts from 1, extends up to infinity, right? So that's why I'm saying whole numbers comprises of natural numbers. You can see here, right? Whole number is comprising natural numbers. Talking about the integers, in integers we have 0, right? And we have all the positive numbers from 1 up to infinity. Towards the positive side, we have negative numbers also. So these integers are actually comprising whole as well as the natural numbers, right? And if you talk about the rational numbers, this include all of them. So rational numbers, when I say it includes integers, whole numbers, natural numbers, that means all these numbers are. Yes, absolutely, Shivansh, you're right. Yes. Wow. Yes. So this was about the introduction, like what you have already learnt about numbers in the previous grade. Then you have already learnt about the properties of rational numbers. This is something very important because these properties actually help you to solve questions quickly. They make the calculation simpler, right? So, is there any negative whole numbers? No, 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 no. In whole numbers, we do not have negative numbers. It starts from 0. It extends up to the positive side, right? 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. No negative number. When I'm saying negative number, then it's a part of integers, right? All fractions are rational numbers, but all rational numbers are not fractions, right? Absolutely. So this is, I think this is something that we have already discussed in a session. So basically, these are, I would say, conceptual statements. If you actually know their meanings, that's really good. Yes. All right. So these are the properties that you have already learned. So first property is the closure property. Like you can see here, for any two rational numbers, addition, subtraction and multiplication, right? Whenever we apply these operations, they give another rational number. Like let's say a plus b. Whatever rational numbers I have here, if I add them, I'm going to get the another rational number, right? Similarly, a minus b, if I subtract them, I'm going to get another rational number. Same ways for multiplication also, right? So here d, e, f are nothing but these are different rational numbers. Yes. Yes. Real numbers includes everything, right? It includes everything, rational, irrational, all the numbers, right? Decimals, fractions, everything. Satvika, yes. All right. So, when you talk about the commutative property, so for rational numbers, addition and multiplication, you can see it is commutative, right? But subtraction is not commutative. What does that mean? So a plus b, let's say for a and b, I have got, let's say a is 1 by 2 and b over here is 3 by 4. If I add them, 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4, whatever result I'm going to get, I would get the same result if I add 3 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Same thing, right? So for addition, it is commutative, same way as for multiplication also. Yes. Use of property, Rita, basically it makes the calculation simpler. Yes. In fact, when you will see that now that you have moved to grade 9th, when you will be solving questions, you will be using these properties, but you will not realize it, that we are actually using them. Yes. But they actually make the calculation a lot simpler, especially when it comes to distributive and associative property. We use it a lot. Thank you, Tanisha. Real numbers includes everything, Ashi. All the number line that we have, that's the real number line. It has all kinds of numbers. Yes. Right, Satvika. Yes, yes. They do include. That's okay. Study with Nirupma. We have just started with it. Right. All right. So, talking about the associative property, right? So associative property, like you can see here, we have got three rational numbers over here, a, b and c. So you can see in associativity, when I'm adding them, whether I do a plus b plus c or a plus b plus c, it gives us the same result, right? Similarly, a times b times c, a times b times c, again I'm getting the same result. So these are the properties, especially distributive property, it's very frequently used. Talking about the distributive property, it states that if a, b and c are rational numbers, then a times b plus c is equal to a times b plus a times t. If you notice this thing, what we are doing here is we are just opening this up. I'm multiplying this with b, we put the addition sign as it is, and then I multiply that the same number with c also. Yes, Mr. Beast, right. It includes irrational also. Thank you, Shivam. Yes. Thank you, Akansha. I feel so good because if it is actually fruitful for you. Yes. Shivam, I think you were asking real numbers include irrational numbers as well? Yes, they do. These properties are important in this chapter. See, straight away, the property name won't be used, but yes, we will be using these concepts. You won't even realize it, but you will be using these properties as well. Especially distributive property, as I'm telling you, many times we use this property. Similarly, a times b minus c would be equal to a times b minus a times c. We are just opening this up, right? That's how we open the brackets. So this was a brief introduction about the properties of rational numbers that you have already studied in the previous grade. Talking about the next thing, we've already learnt about the representation of rational numbers on the number line, right? We've already learnt it. So what we do is, we know that any rational number can be represented on the number line, and a rational number has a numerator and a denominator, right? So numerator is something which is a numeral above the bar. Denominator is basically the numeral below the bar, right? So if you talk about this number line, we can see the rational numbers over here. The denominator actually tells us the number of parts in which the number line has to be, into which the first numeral has to be, first unit has to be divided, right? And the numeral above the bar, which is basically your numerator, it tells you how many of these parts are considered. Like here, if the denominator is 5, so what we have done is, then the number line has to be divided in 5 equal parts from 0 to 1, right? Yes? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. You can see 5 parts over here. Yes. Not exactly Menti, but yes, we do have a quiz. You will be given specific timer to solve them. Thank you, Pranav. All right. So I think this is clear to everyone, right? Because you've already done it in the previous grade. Coming to the next thing, which is basically rational number between two rational numbers, right? So basically you have already learned about these methods, right? First method is using the concept of equivalent fractions, right? What we do is, let's say I have 1 by 2, I have 3 by 4. I have to find out a rational number between them. We know that between any two rational numbers, there are infinite rational numbers, right? So if I have to find out one rational number, what I can do is I can use the concept of equivalent fractions. That means we make the denominator same and then we look for a fraction, right? Another method is we take the mean of the rational numbers, right? I'm sure that this is clear to everyone. Yes? Can we represent decimals in number line? Yes, we can do that, absolutely, right? A number which can represent BYQ, PQ integers, Q not equals to right. Oh, that was a really long statement actually. Yes, Shivansh, absolutely. Right, Anushka, yes. Don't worry, we have a quiz. It's not that we are using Menti only, but yes, timer would be there and you have to answer in that particular time only. So it's more or like a Menti. Yes. Alright, so we have already learned these two methods, how to find a rational number between the two rational numbers. By the way, when we talk about a rational number, like you all said, we know that rational numbers are denoted by Q, right? A capital Q. But have you ever wondered who actually gave this? Have you ever thought about it? Well, the person who denoted the rational numbers as Q, his name is Giuseppe Peano. And he denoted the rational number as Q in 1895. And it was taken from the Italian word of quoziente, referring to quotient. So did you know all these things? We never read all such things. Our focus is only on learning the concept. Achha, this is how I have to solve this question. This is the method. That's all we do in maths, right? We don't ever look for all these things like who gave this, how this was actually invented. So isn't it interesting to know all such things? Yes. Yes, you are right, Yug. Absolutely. Right? Amazing fact. Yes, Swati? Yeah. So I feel that we should look for all these things also while you are learning any concept. Thank you, Satvika. So for different things like the integers we talk about, a rational number, like I said, it's denoted by Q. Similarly for integers also, we denote that by Z, right? So there are different denotions given, but we never look for such things like who actually gave it, right? Rational number of questions solve nahi karta. Don't worry, Archit. This is our very first session. Basically, it's a bridge session, right? And then we have a quiz followed by the bridge, right? So don't worry. Once we start with the concept sessions, I'm sure whatever doubts you have in your mind, that will be crystal clear after that. Yes. We will be starting that in a while. All right, so that was about what we have already learned in our previous grade. Now Lavjeet is very excited and he is curious also, like what all we are going to learn in our next grade, right? Just like you must also be curious. What all are we going to learn? So the things that we are going to cover in our very first chapter, that is number system. First, we will be talking about the real numbers, like you all were asking what all is included in real numbers, right? And then we will talk about the operations on real numbers, some identities and all would be there. Then we will learn about how to rationalize the denominator. After that, we will talk about the laws of exponents. So all these things we have in our coming grade, right? So all these things, I'll be discussing all these things in detail in the upcoming session. So don't worry about that. This is basically, it was a bridge session, like what you have learned, how your previous grade, whatever you learned, like rational number and this chapter number system, how they are linked. Now we are going to have a quiz. So let's solve some questions. See, Lavjeet is so excited to solve the questions just like you all. All right, so are you all ready? Shall we start the quiz? Yes? Quickly. All right. Let's get started. So this is the very first question. Now the associative property is applicable to 4 options you can see on your screen, and you will be given 30 seconds to solve this question. So I'm starting the timer now. Quickly solve this question and give your answers in the chat section. Yes. Oh, timer just started and I can see answers ki tsunami. Swati says C, Shivant C, Anugya C, Archit C, Tech with RG, Vineet, Ashi, everyone is saying C. No confusion, that means. Yeah? Wow, amazing. That means these properties are crystal clear in your mind, right? You have the conceptual clarity. Great. Okay, so time is up. Now let's check the answer. Yes, you were right. Option C, addition and multiplication. Right. All right, let's move ahead. Let's take a look at the next question now. So additive identity of rational numbers is... So 4 options you can see and 30 seconds will be given. Let's start the timer. Yes. I think I can still see the answer to the previous question. Quickly. Is it for the new question or the previous one? C, B, mixed answers I can see. Some are saying B, some are saying C. Tanisha says C. Archit says 0. Rutu's imaginative corner B. Anugya B. Renuka B. Yuk says B. Knowledge Hub B, question 2. Right. All right, time is up. Let's check the answer. Sorry. Yes, it's B, that's 0. Absolutely. All right. So everyone knows this concept. Yes. So I can see others' answers as well. Some are saying it's D, that's 1. See, additive identity of rational numbers. What do you mean by additive identity? That means, let's say, whatever, let's say rational number is X here, right? So whatever, if I add 0 to any rational number, I'll get the same number again, the same number itself, right? So additive identity for rational numbers is going to be 0, right? Because let's say if you add 1 to any rational number, you will not get the same rational number again. The number will change, right? So 0 should be added so that we get the same number itself, right? No confusion still here? Yes? Right. All right, let's move ahead. Let's take a look at the next question. What is the value of 100 divided by 0? All right, let's start the timer. You all are so quick. Yes. Okay. Ashi says it's not defined. Voice of Pranar says it's C. Vasudha says it's A. Suresh says B. Okay, mixed answers we can see here. But maximum students are in favor of option C, that is not defined. What is the actual answer? Okay, let the timer stop, then I'll reveal the answer. Okay, so yes, option C, not defined, is the right answer for this question. Yes, 100 divided by 0. See, any number divided by 0, any number, whatever it is, answer would be not defined. Right? Yes, any number. It's not that 100 only. Whatever we have in the numerator, if 0 is in the denominator, answer would be not defined. Right? These are small things that you should keep in your mind. Yes, because these things are used a lot. All right, ready for the next question? Yes? Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's take a look at the next question now. The value of 1 by 5 times 12 by 11 is equals to 4 options you can see on your screen. Yes, let's start the timer. Right, you will be given 30 seconds for this. Okay, quickly solve this and give your answers. You're new to the session, I'm sure you would love it. Yeah? Yes. By the way, you all are so quick. Yes. Pranav says A, Tanisha, Pooja, Manjot, Aditi, Ritu, everyone says it's A. Wow. Seems like you all are super intelligent. Everyone is saying A, so no confusion, yes? All right, so option A, yes, 12 by 55 is the right answer because we are multiplying numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. That's pretty simple, right? All right, amazing. Yes, that's good. let's move ahead. Let's take a look at the next question now. Find the additive inverse of 11 by 7. I hope everyone remembers what additive inverse is. Yes? Alright, so you will be given 30 seconds to solve this question. Let's start the timer. Yes. Is it, I think A is for the previous one. Swati Prasad says minus 11 by 7. Yuk says A, 7 by 11. Archit A. Anugya minus 11 by 7. So mixed. D and A I can see. There's a confusion between D and A, right? Yes, whether the answer is D or A, what is the right answer? So here we have the confusion. Alright, time is up. So correct answer is D. Now I think the confusion that you have in your mind is, when we talk about additive inverse, you just have to change the sign. Since it's a positive number, it will be a negative number then. But when you talk about multiplicative inverse, when we talk about multiplicative inverse of a rational number, then you reciprocal that number. Multiplicative inverse would be 7 by 11, right? We reciprocate the number. But when we talk about additive inverse, we just have to change the sign. If it is a positive number, you make that negative. If it is a negative number, you make it positive. Yes? I hope no confusion still here. Whomsoever was saying it's A, 7 by 11, this is because of, that was multiplicative inverse. Yes? Sai, Sesi Kumar. I hope. Now you remember it, yes? Yeah, that's what I was saying. You might get confused because sometimes it happens. We get confused between additive inverse and multiplicative inverse, right? So that's why, see, that's why we have this bridge session. So that whatever we have learned in the previous grade, we can do a quick recall on that just to strengthen our fundamentals, right? Because after a few weeks, you won't have time to, to recall what you learned in the previous grade. You will be so occupied with the new things. If he asks reciprocal, we say 7 by, sorry, I could not read the entire comment. It moves so fast. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What was the question? Yes, if it is asking about the reciprocal, obviously, that's 7 by 11. That means multiplicative inverse only. Thank you, Rupali. Thank you, Abhishek. Alright, so I hope your doubt is clear. Now you will remember this, what additive inverse is, what multiplicative inverse is. Okay? Alright. So that's all we have in today's session. Like, we did a quick recall on what we have learned in the previous grade in the chapter rational numbers and how this rational numbers is linked to our new chapter number system. And we did a quick recall of the concepts that we have learned, right? Along with a small quiz. Alright, so it's homework time. What you need to do is, you have a question you can see on the screen. If the cost of 4.5 liters of milk is rupees 89 1 by 2, find the cost of 1 liter of milk. So after this session, when the session gets over, you can solve this question and leave your comments in the comment section below. Yes? Alright, so don't worry, we have got you covered. We have lined up many more sessions from you for every Monday to Friday to make you exam ready. So let me give you a glimpse of the upcoming session. Like today, we did a bridge session along with a quiz session, right? Next session, which is on 21st April, that is Thursday at 5 p.m. Then we will be discussing the very first chapter, number system, and we will have our first concept session, right? So the concepts, the new concepts that we have in number system, we will be learning that. Yes? Yes. Thank you, Anushka. So do not miss that session because that's going to be our very first session. We'll be covering the new concepts. Yes. So do not forget to join, and you know that we have got free trial classes as well. The link for that is given in the description below. Please click on that link and get all your doubts clarified instantly during the class. And please like, share and subscribe so that you do not miss any new updates from us, right? You will get notifications about the upcoming session. For the SST class, that's why I'm saying please subscribe it. You will get the notifications. Yes. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you, Rajnandini. Yes. All right. So I'll see you soon. Keep learning. Thank you. Bye-bye.